This time it should find value. Yep, it is able to take down that alarm bot in mid. RB, though, going to play off of that, try to see if anybody's going to peek around the corner. Out of B lobby.
They have the right read this time. If the objective is to just avoid RB's op. Drone will move forward and start trying to scout him. We'll get the spot.
I'd avoid RB's op.
Yeah. Probably a pretty good idea.
I'm just being honest. You can see they're just defaulting around, just trying to make sense of what the positioning is going to be. And now RB's again pushed up around this corner. Let's see if they remember, you know, what this was like. Oh, God.
Oh, well, King does, I think he remembers now, and TS is going to get clipped through the corner. Might not be the kill, but sure as hell may as well be. I love the setup from DRX. They hit the switch, shut the door, just concede that market in mid-control. So you're like, well, if you want to push up, you either have to come through the spawn, which was actively being watched, or you've got to break the door.
This has been just clinical. I mean, DRX has this just read. RB waits around the corner. Nano swarms at the switch in the door. Turret there as well to help kind of bait for them. This is disgusting.
Cosmic Divide. RB holds the angle. Tries to hop out of the gravity well. Will get pulled back in. Has the shorty in hand. Tries to jump up, get the shots through. He finds a little bit of damage. And Bazzi will manage to find a second kill. Critical for the site. The plant coming down. The darts are just off TS. He'll be holding his breath as those came flying in. Still, Bazzi, TS, both dangerously low in a 3v3.
And that Hunter's Fury is going to be tough to pull off for TS, of course. And so it's just going to be relying on these operators. Still have a little bit of utility, a couple flashes and a fragment. Paranoia as well, so a lot of ability to try to get in.
Paranoia goes out, the Nebula comes up. TS watching. Zest inches forward, puts some damage into Bazzi. Both members both dangerously low. That'll be the closeout. Plenty of time left on the defuse as DRX will not relent. They will not be stopped. 9-0 on Slayers. Cannot find any ground to stand on right now.
They only lose one to RB's operator on the way in. It's Goddead. Good gravity well here to kind of keep him stopped. Batsy gets two really nice kills. This should be their round. But the retakes are so good. Zest is able to push through lane really deep, undetected. Gets one, and then they've got the last two in boats. All right. Oh, God, you gotta be so careful. Whoa.
Okay, well, they know the operator's there now. And because of the smokes up, allow them to creep up just a bit down mid, but Stacks scouts them out with a dagger of his own. Little 0 points here.
Zumba did grab a Vandal in here. So, you know, you can tell the pressure being felt by On Slayers having to force out something to try to, you know, propel this round into a win, because it has to happen right now. You can't wait any longer.
Yeah. You have to be suspicious as to RB's position. You know that he will pull back after that initial 0 point hit. Seems like they may be thinking that he's just around the corner. So the star will get placed, but he's in front of it. Now he charges up, and he's got the shorty shot to boot. RB is having a whale of a time. Mako spotted, clears out everything. The recon dart gone. Tries to make the TP across, but RB peeks wide, gets the fourth. Shots coming in. Mako not going to find it, and suddenly RB, he can absolutely get the ace, but it's not going to happen. Stacks will take it away. But what a monstrous round as RB says sit.
This time, and then immediately he's over to A main to back up Mako. And Mako baits with the fake TP for RB as they try to push that corner. He's already got the tailwind back. Oh my goodness. Right
absolutely nasty shot.
Oh. The best I've seen DRX play in a long time right now.
They've, I think they're well aware that there have been some doubts about them in this season. After they dropped that first series to On Slayers and showed some inconsistencies throughout. Had some struggles versus WGS and whatnot. But
they almost lost to WGS.
I think they finally said, you know what? It's time to focus up. And DRX absolutely has.
They were 2 rounds from going down to the lower bracket. 2 rounds away on Ascent. Oh, Massey got the shot, though. Okay.
Well, that is probably the best value first pick you could possibly find. Still Stacks in the lobby, however.
Yeah, I mean, RB had already gotten away with that position twice. Third time, they're finally able to shut it down. Lockdown.
Gonna try to sell this.
Yeah, it's a fake lockdown, and the fact that there's no follow-up with utility or pressure, you know, Buzz is already here with all of his utility.
They whip it.
Oh, goodness.
So he actually does get locked down. That's going to delay the rotation here from Stacks. Crucial misfire there on those lineups. Now they get through Buzz. Switch can be hit. Stacks just now going to be making his way over, and it seems like finally OnSlayers may have done it. Still have to get through 3. A lot of the utility has been burned to try to break open and retake this site. Mako, however, starts things off with a kill onto Zumba, taking him out of hell. Cheeky little wall bang.
It's not over by any stretch with how good DRX has been.
Mako pushing the flash, reads some Stack shot by Bazzi. The call comes out that he's playing over at main. King's got the lurk from behind. OnSlayers will finally, but they need to close this out.
I mean, again, DRX was only able to find 3 rounds on their attacker side against WGS. They just had a much better defender side like you're seeing here. And it's small mistakes that caused DRX this round. It's the miss on the lockdown that, like you said, delayed the rotation. The nano swarms were popped early by Buzz at the front of A. So it's a pretty clean hit in the long run for OnSlayers. And then at that point, you know, they do a good job. It's the rotation through window to clean up heaven. But there's flashes up there. Botsy's watching from main. So once they're able to get there, it's a good setup. It's just been getting there, you know, until that round hadn't happened.
Nice 0 point. Stacks just interrupting the drone to try to keep RB's position a secret. But Bazzi again wins out, pops the knives, because why the hell not? Final round in the half. You got it, use it. Creep up now from Buzz, and Bazzi is great on the flick.
With a lockdown in hand, I'm not so sure I like that from Buzz. There's that aggressive tendency of his, kind of biting him. Mako TP's over.
It's a jet main, always a jet main. Mako gonna think better of it, knowing that the position has already been breached, so doesn't want to get caught alone in the back of boats. Stack's going to be felled, and it seems like OnSlayers should be able to make this happen for 2 rounds unless Mako can get an ace clutch. All calm and collected. He's going through the checklist, checking every single spot. Stacks will finally bleed out on the floor. Market door isn't shut. Gets 1. Is Bazzi gone? The Nebula comes up. Turret just cleared. The Hunter's Fury being sent his way, keeping him dancing, keeping him guessing, but now he gets tagged. Final shot will not connect. But he's running out of time. If he's going to make anything happen, it would need to happen now. Takes the TP out, spots 1. Mako good for another. And if nothing else, he can pad the stats. There you go. Suba with a finisher. 2 rounds for OnSlayers on the attack.
All right.
I'm just kidding. They don't read chat.
No. That 0 point gets nothing. Botsy's still feeling that they might be back. Is right, but there's way too many there. Still, though, he gets the better of all that. He gets damage into Stacks. Doesn't take any himself, so not a bad trade, although you do lose the tailwind, but on defense, not the end of the world.
Good opening damage on a Stacks.
Oh, God. Botsy thinks they're up top. They were making noise.
Oh, okay. Well, Zest wanted to clear wine, but said he'll get his skull cleaned out.
I think he had expected maybe they'd push back at that point, but they did not. Couple coming through short. That one maybe caught Mako. I'm not sure.
See, they are being wary of this approach. Smoke goes out, push comes in, and oh, Zumba. He's caught off guard, pushed through into the smoke. God, that is well now going to fall. Bazzi trying to keep this defender, but RB with the frenzy again! He comes up with 3, now has the Sheriff. And it's TS and King versus 4. The 3 of them have been tagged up. They can find some kills, but they need to strike quickly. Darts flying out, bounces good, that's RB out of the fray.
Unbelievable.
King drops the turret. TS, a sliver remaining. Drop down. Makes his presence known, and Mako with a frenzy of his own. Gets him in the head. TS falls. The pistol round goes to DRX. They are 1 round away from guaranteeing themselves overtime.
From OnSlayers.
Yeah.
Botsy, good job there, kind of being patient, but yeah, Zumba in a uncharacteristic mistake. Isn't expecting anybody from short with that smoke. Was just expecting, you know, probably a five-man main push. Did not come through the frenzies today on Fracture and Ascent.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, they lost both pistols on Haven. They have not dropped one since.
Oh, Bazzi's going to agreed to push out. It's fortunate that nobody was watching that position. Ping comes down. They're well aware that somebody was playing over by Boiler.
Yeah, it is the Marshal again, as kind of you would expect with Batsy. And an Ares even for TS. Stinger, Zumba, Sheriffs otherwise. So, yeah, the force buy is going to come through. Oh, he doesn't hit the shot.
He does not, and he takes quite a bit of damage in reply. Brutal hit, 22 HP. And again, I mean, nobody's been running skies today. There's no heals to be found.
It's tough. You needed to hit that shot.
Yeah, puts that much more pressure on every other peek that you do, every other time you pull the trigger. You need to have that crosshair trained over somebody's head. Dart from TS, it would have been great timing.
Now he knows.
It wants to send it now. RB moving forward, hasn't tapped the switch yet. It's just holds left click, waits for the reload timing. RB makes his way across, down into the site. King lines up his head, but he's not going to be able to replicate his 3K clutch from our first map. Only gets the one before getting taken down.
Just looking to spray the wall, see if he can get lucky here, buy a little bit of time for the reinforcements to come. You got God Dead from main, everybody else from alley.
Zest is just holding all the way back in spawn.
Yep.
Because there's a really wide swing. Still has 2 darts ready to go. Pop, flash, buzz, peeks it before the flash goes off. TS and Zumba now gone. It's all on Bazzy with 23 HP and a Marshal at close range. Buzz is thinking about the possibilities, and he's narrowed it down.
Nasty in so many ways. Zest. Early dart doesn't get anything. There was a 0 point to check. They waited out again. This is great homework done by DRX. Batsy still can't find any connections with that Marshal. Push through mid. Gonna be rethought as they head in now. Batsy's holding that angle. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna jump across with no weapon. Bazzy can be grateful for that. The tail went forward, and RB somehow gets his weapon out in time. Takes down the close range Zumba with a judge.
Hey, you could tell the communication just not there. The head's just not quite as swivelly as you would normally see. You know, usually Zumba's pretty quick to react there. You know, knife to confirm TS is up in heaven. This is this retake. This is it. All or nothing.
It has to happen here. It has to happen right now, but RB is looking to say no. Tries to set up the one-way. Blocks off the dart as well. Sees the creep forward. TS takes a dink through the wall.
Okay.
He finds one, but Mako and Zest come back, and Zest will be the finisher. 13-2, utterly dominant. The Kings will retain their throne. DRX take the series in dominant fashion.